Hi, and welcome back to your Wednesday Akashic Records reading. I'm Kirsten, I'm an Akashic Records channel, and I'm here in the records for you today to see what wants to come through in support of your week. I would love to hear how your week has been going. I know there's been a lot of emotions this week, and everybody seems to be up and down amidst all of this chaos. So let me know how you're feeling. I would love to hear. And if any of these messages resonate with you this week, please let me know below. Let's dive into the Akashic Records. I'm laughing because they keep showing me these carnival rides and tricks. And this week it is, I see you throwing knives at this spinning wheel. It's a spinning wheel of fire, and you're also on the wheel. Picture like the giant dartboard, and you're spinning, and there's this fire. You're throwing these flaming knives at yourself. And it's this energy of, I don't want to hit myself, like thinking it's all luck and not trusting your skill level, not trusting that you have everything you need. You have the skills. You've been honing this practice, that you won't hit yourself with the flaming knives. It feels like this energy of self-sabotage, how you're so used to cutting yourself, like, and hurting yourself in different ways. You're so used to just these behaviors and patterns coming up that are chipping away at you. And one, they're saying the wheel's eventually going to stop spinning. It's not going to be forever. Two, you don't even need to throw the knives. You can walk away, but then it feels like when you do, someone else could step in. And so three, they're saying, trust your skill level, trust that you have practiced enough, that you've established new patterns and beliefs that are for your highest good, that are the opposite of the self-sabotage. That you can transform those knives at any time. One, they'll miss you. And two, I see as you're throwing them, they're like turning into droplets of water, they're turning into feathers, they're turning into all of these things that can't hurt you. And the flames are just tickling you. The heat is no longer there. It's almost like you're seeing behind the illusion of this carnival ride or of this carnival game, that you don't have to play it anymore, that you get to shift and change it. Throwing knives, turning into feathers, throwing knives, turning into water, not throwing at all. Allowing the flames on the wheel to turn into droplets of water and steam and just be extinguished. And knowing that you can get down from the wheel at any point. You can ignore the crowd that is gathered. You're not here to entertain people anymore, to do this just to please someone else. If you want to get off the wheel, get off the wheel. And they're asking, who else have you handed knives to? Who else have you handed knives to that I see them as these like little hurts and little like these cutting remarks and the ways that people have eroded your confidence. It's almost like chipping away at your field. Like, what weapons have you handed others to keep you small? I almost see you like walking down the line and handing out knives to people. And at the time where you feel like you're ready for this expansion and stepping into a new way, that's when they throw the knives. And it almost is like you're feeling this sense of relief, like, oh, I'm glad I didn't try. I'm glad I didn't try. I'm not as powerful as I think I am. It feels like this fear to step into your power, to step into a new and different way, knowing that a lot of change is going to come up and it's going to be an uncomfortable period of time as you're stepping into a new way of being. And I'm seeing you starting to walk down this line of people, and you're starting to take the knives away from them. You don't need anybody to keep you in check. You've been keeping yourself in check for too long because you're afraid of the power that's inside of you. You're afraid of being your authentic self, or you have been, but it feels like this boiling point where you're not willing to be hurt by those knives anymore. And you're not willing to give people the weapons to do so. I see you taking them back. I see the metal almost just like melting and dissolving as if they were never there. And I see those people fading into the background. These are the people that had no trouble hurting you. Those where you would put up a boundary, you were labeled crazy, you were labeled difficult, because they benefited from you not having boundaries. And now you have these boundaries, and I see these people receding the distance because you've taken away the knives. You're still spinning on that wheel, but the energy is shifting. It's shifting to one of joy and play and love and fun. And I see a new group of people stepping forward, and you're handing out, it's like these beautiful gifts. I see hearts, I see beautiful glowing orbs, I see colors. And these are things that they're lovingly throwing at you at the wheel, and you're catching them and you're laughing, and it just feels like these bursts of love. These are the people who want to build you up, who see your magic and appreciate it, and are willing to support you as you're on this wheel. And still, you can get off the wheel whenever you want, but it just feels like this energy shift. And I just see this community surrounding you and lobbing all of these like loving things your way. And now it's your time to receive all of that goodness. I see where the knives had maybe like cut all these little tiny cuts in your field. I'm seeing the rainbow light and the water and everything that they're throwing your way, and it's kind of patching things up and reinforcing. Picturing this rainbow light washing over your field, these bits of golden light and water. I even see little plants on there too. It feels like this regeneration of life within you, and this beautiful buffer. It's just a loving buffer to yourself, a little extra nourishment. It's like a warm hug. You're just saying, this is the time to let yourself be nourished by others. This is your time to really receive. Receiving with gratitude, feeling it through your body. This is something that takes practice. And they want you to continue with this practice. And I see your heart opening up, and it just feels like this is a threshold of being able to receive more from the world in general. As you release those beliefs that have you thinking you need to be cut down to size. Let yourself grow bigger. Let your energy expand. Let your voice be heard. Let yourself shine through. And that's what's coming through for this week. If there are any messages in here that resonated with you, I would love to hear below. And as this is a group reading, if you're curious if there's something that wants to come through in your Akashic record, if there's a question you've been having on your heart that you want to ask, click book now above or send me a DM and let's chat. I would love to support you. And thank you so much for being here with me each week. It really means a lot to me, and I really love giving these readings. And so when I hear from you and how these are resonating with you and supporting you, it's really beautiful. No share is too small. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week.